Hello, this is blog number 7, The History of Sex. The question is, how did technological changes in the 20th century change sexual practices and society's view on sex? Well, the first thing that the film talks about is film, and how the movies were treated as sex education because Anthony Comstock has taken out all pamphlets or documentations or medical books that talked about sexual education. So this is all they had. There was nothing else that they could do. So there was actually the introduction of the first stab film in the beginning of the 20th century here. And this was like how people learned what sex was. And of course the film portrays sex out in the park or the woods. And so this probably piqued people's interest in, what is sex really like? And were we doing it wrong? So this probably made them a little bit more promiscuous on, going out and trying new things. The film also talks about contraceptives that were invented, the condom, the diaphragm, and birth control. And so this changed the dynamic of sex from a completely procreation to a more recreational activity, because these could prevent pregnancies, so it could be more pleasurable with less chance of impregnating the woman. And so later on through the years, pornography was brought out, and even though multiple times prohibitions would stop pornography, it still came back, and there was still a way to get a hold of it. Like with anything that's illegal, there's always a way to get a hold of it. So I think that the technologies of the 20th century gave people a more wide audience of what was going on and what sex was, and that's probably why it boomed in the 20th century, where sex was more of an enjoyable act rather than just procreation. All right, that is my little take on this film. Comment below, and I'll see you all in class.